Hi, welcome to GRVOTV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. I'm going to do a quick review, and this is just my initial review, and I will put up a couple of pictures at the end of my new lens. Now, I've got all my Micro Four Thirds lenses here, and I've sold I'm selling my Sigma 19mm f2.8. Now, nothing actually wrong with that lens, it's just that it's a 2.8 and I had an opportunity to get a 1.8 lens, and whilst that was my sort of wider angle lens, because I sort of match it up with my 45mm 1.8, when I shoot I tend to prefer tighter shots, so I thought I'd go for the nifty 50 equivalent of the Olympus 25mm 1.8. And here it is on the GX7, and it suits the GX7 absolutely perfectly. I prefer the fact that the barrel's a bit wider than the 45mm when you compare them. It's a bit of a weird looking thing. I think they'd have been better off just making that the same width, to be honest, but not that that makes any difference. It just looks better. Construction wise, the 25mm 1.8 is virtually identical to the 45. It uses the same quality plastics. It's got a good amount of glass in it. We've got a 46mm filter thread on the front, nice big piece of glass in the front there. The focusing ring is the same as on the 45 1.8. It's lovely and smooth. There's no push-pull manual focus thing, and yes, I know people like that on the 12mm, and I think it was on the 17mm as well, but I've got a button here on the back of my camera that goes manual focus, autofocus, and I know you don't get distance scale on there and it's on the screen, but you're not losing out on anything. That's what I'm trying to get at, and I certainly don't miss it. I don't manually focus very often, really very rarely, and to be honest, it's something I'm actually crap at, so even with focus peaking and pulling, I'm still crap at manually focusing. I always go the wrong way, and it's just something I've never really got to grips with, but I'm lucky that I don't really need to with these cameras. I haven't got the hood for it. Didn't come with one. It's a second-hand one I bought. It's in mint condition, but there was no hood with it. No big deal. I'll get one at some point, like I got for the 45. It's a shame, really, because this is one of the few Olympus lenses that actually comes with a hood. You've got this plastic thing on the front that you have to take off before you put a hood on. I honestly don't see the point of this, but it makes it look a bit neater, I suppose, when you haven't got the hood on. The closest focusing distance is just under 0.8 of a foot, 0.25 of a metre, which is quite nice. It's no macro lens, but it's just a reasonable close focus. Autofocus, as with pretty much all my lenses now on the Micro Four Thirds, it's just instantly quick. It's very similar to the 45 1.8. It just let's just go on something farther away and something close up. Let's go on that. Yep, it's just as good, and you can't hear anything. It's got the MSC movies and stills compatible, the quiet motors in it, so there's not really an awful lot to say about it. It's a shame, really, because it's stunning. It's a stunning piece of glass, but it's like all the 50mm lenses, they all seem to be really good. The 50mm Nikon 1.8, the Canon 50 1.8. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you're buying like a Nikon digital SLR or a Canon digital SLR, rather than use that kit lens 18 to 55, 3.5 to 5.6, and sometimes they do a 55 to 200, 3.5 to 5.6, or f4 to 5.6. You'd be so much better off with a 50 1.8. You just get much better pictures. You get sharper, you get more light in, you're able to take pictures in low light, you're able to get shallow depth of field. They're just so much better than these little kit lenses that you get that are 3.5, 5.6. These are, in my opinion, the only thing these are really good for is the fairly convenient and video. They're good for video, and I'll talk more about this lens at a later date, because as it turns out, this has turned out to be a bit of a star. as much as I hate to say it, it's actually quite a nice little lens, which is why I've kept it, and I say mostly for video, I have to say. But also because I've got no wide angle lens, when I take out my small kit, it's quite a good option because it weighs nothing and it's reasonable quality, and you don't necessarily need that like f1.8 in a wide angle lens. It's not so important as in the tellies. So there you go. I'll put up a couple of photos regarding this lens. As I say, it's unusual that I didn't bring this out first because it's probably one of the more popular sort of lengths of lens. You know, a 50mm equivalent. You'd think it'd be quite good because it's good for pretty much everything. You can use it for street shooting. It's quite nice for landscapes because it gives a natural perspective and compression. It's pretty good for portraits because the compression is quite natural. So it doesn't compress, it doesn't make your subject look better like a long telephoto would, but it doesn't make it look distorted like say a 35 or a 24mm, something like that, or an iPhone. So there you go. Not weather sealed, but I would personally, if I had a bit of a shower and it got a little bit damp, it wouldn't worry me too much. I don't think it's such good quality. I don't think there'll be any issues with it as long as you look after it, keep it dry, and don't be stupid with it. But officially, yeah, it's not weather sealed. But other than that, I say the quality's nice. The quality of my 45-1.8 is fantastic. This is just as good. I'll throw up a couple of pictures that I've taken just testing at the moment, and I'll perhaps do an update later on, and I'll do an update on. I've got a few lenses to update you on anyway, so I'll keep you posted, and keep an eye out on my Flickr page. Just search GRVOTV on Flickr, and you'll find me on there. But this is my initial review on the Olympus 25mm f1.8 nifty 50 lens for the Micro Four Thirds. This has been GRVOTV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. I'll see you soon. Bye.